Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Doug here with Retro Geek Gaming, bringing you my E3 thoughts. Now, I know that E3 is still technically going, but for me, it's over. I mean, you've had all the big conferences, all the big reveals, and everything now. It's just a little trickling stuff, information. So I may do an update video if anything, if I find out anything later on. But as of right now, we've had the big three reveal their stuff. We've had big developers reveal their games. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about it, and you're always welcome to put your thoughts down below about which games you're looking forward to that were announced from E3, as well as maybe what you're disappointed that you didn't see. So I'm going to kind of jump around a little bit with this. I'm going to try and stick as close as possible to the order in which they were shown, but I may jump around. So the first thing was Microsoft. They did show off the Xbox One X. Pretty much what I was expecting this to be for your Xbox One. Nothing that's big to me. I don't think it's going to really do that well, especially when you have a $250, $300 option with the original Xbox. But the fact that they brought in the original Xbox backwards compatibility, I think is going to do really great. That's going to be helpful for somebody like me that maybe wants to go back and play these games and don't want to hook up my Xbox. But you got to have an option to be able to bring those games over, because that's something that really annoyed me about backwards compatibility is when I'm trying to play a game on the Xbox One that's also on the 360 and I have to start over again. And I'm like, really? The 360 has a USB drive? That should be an option. I know that there's the cloud data, but I've never been able to get it to work. I don't know what's going on with it. But for the original Xbox, you got to have an option to bring over the data. But I think that it will do well. I think that it will help the Xbox, because truth be told, I was actually very disappointed with Microsoft. They didn't show off anything exclusive. They used the word a lot to try and justify, hey, this is exclusive, it's exclusive. No, it's not. This is like Tomb Raider. It's just going to come later. Yeah, sure, I might play your Anthem on your Xbox or whatever, but if I just look at it and I go, but I can also get it on the PlayStation 4, that's not an exclusive. You see what I'm saying? Now, he did show off some good games. Assassin's Creed Origins has me really interested in going back to the Assassin's Creed series, because after Black Flag, I just kind of lost interest. And again, Anthem looks really good. And I think there was something else that I'm not able to remember right now. So I'm sorry, I may have to do a follow-up. And then we got Beyond Good and Evil 2 announced. Yay! Finally. Now I have to go and look forward to playing that. I think it's going to be a really interesting game. Looks really, really good for, I don't know, is it even going to be a PC game? I don't think they even announced what's going to be on. I don't know. But it looks really good. And, oh, man. I feel so stupid right now because I know that there was something else that was shown off. Oh, man. Anyway, I'm sorry. So, like I said, I'm going to have to jump around a bit. That's the reason why, because I'm not remembering that conference 100% right now. We also got Skyrim announced for PlayStation VR as well as for the Switch. I think the Switch version is going to do better, personally, because it's a portable, so you're able to take it on the go with you. As well as that Zelda loot, I think it's really going to help. The VR, sure, that is probably going to help. I do like the VR games that they showed off. I think it's really interesting, and I think it's great that Sony is continuing to support the PlayStation VR, because now it gives me a reason to want to get it. They showed off a game called Hidden Agenda. Really interested in that. That, to me, is the surprise hit of E3. Because out of all the games I was expecting Beyond Good and Evil, and I was expecting, God of War to be showed off, and Detroit, and all these other games that, yeah, sure, that trailer looks really interesting. I'm really interested in Detroit Become Human, but I was already interested in it. This is a game I didn't know anything about. And the fact that you have these smartphones that you're able to play off-screen, to have, like, hidden agendas and make decisions with how the game is able to go about. It's basically like a choose-your-own-adventure PlayStation 4 game. And that's great. That's a good option. Again, there was also God of War shown off, which is good. They showed off a lot more about that, and of course, more information is always good, as long as you're not revealing too much. They also showed off, like I said, Detroit Become Human, which really has got me interested now because the gameplay is completely different from what they were showing off, although it is similar, but now we got a better idea of the story and stuff like that. They showed off the Mario and Rabbids game, which, was anybody even surprised by that? I mean, come on, that was the worst kept secret ever. And there was, you know, some stuff here and there that was pretty good. But I'm most impressed by Nintendo, truth be told. Because out of all the stuff that they showed off on PlayStation, it's stuff that, again, I was pretty much expecting. And Nintendo pretty much brought what I was expecting too, but they gave us release date after release date. It means Xenoblade Chronicles 2 coming. We have Super Mario Odyssey finally getting, I think, a reveal date. I think they finally gave it a reveal date. And, yeah. And then Metroid Prime 4. You know, Metroid Prime 4. Looking forward to that. I love it. Now, did we get a Luigi's Mansion? No. But that's always a 2018 game because, again, this is kind of what I was figuring they would do. Reason why I made the video like I did about Nintendo, talking about my expectations, because I didn't think they were going to talk about stuff from 2018. That's what Nintendo does. They talk about stuff for just that year, so that way I know what to expect. Then that way, come February or March or whenever they decide to end their fiscal year and not make any more games, we have a whole new batch of games, a whole new batch of secrets to look forward to. That's one of the reasons why I think I was more impressed with Nintendo. Because with Sony, they showed off God of War, they showed off Detroit Become Human, which you've already shown off. They showed off Destiny 2, which we already knew about. You know, these games that we already knew about. But Nintendo, even though they showed off games that we knew about, they showed off some stuff that we didn't know about, like the Yoshi game that's coming to the Switch, which looks actually very interesting. And again, Metroid Prime 4. But my biggest gripe, Nintendo. And again, I know it's not for me. I know it's not for me. That's the reason why I'm just going to cut them some slack. And I'll be like, well, it's not for me. But you're re-releasing Metroid Prime 2? I'm sorry, re-releasing Metroid 2? You're renaming it Metroid Samus Returns. Like, I'm not going to figure it out and flip it over and go Return of Samus. This is Metroid 2. She's fighting Metroids, which in the story, she's already destroyed all the Metroids. This is Metroid 2, redone in 3D. This is the big secret that you were hiding, the second Metroid game? A 3D remake? But at least, you know, and you saw more of that than you did in Metroid Prime 4, which I would rather have done the other way. Like, hey, here's Metroid Samus Returns. No big deal. It's on the 3DS. Buy it if you want to. It's no big deal. But on the Switch, man, we got Metroid Prime 4. Look forward to that. And give us at least something. At least a little bit of a teaser of, like, Samus getting out of a ship and looking over a planet with Metroid Prime 4 showing up. Something. You know? That's just me. And like I said, there's probably going to be other stuff that's going to trickle out here and there throughout the week that I'll probably do a follow-up on. But yeah. A lot of stuff to look forward to. I mostly think if I had to pick games that I would want to play, I'm probably definitely going to be picking up Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I mean, I love Xenoblade Chronicles. Definitely going to be picking up Mario. I can just see us having a ton of fun with that. We'll probably definitely be picking up the Hidden Agenda game because I can just see us having fun with that as a family, as well as with my friends who are maybe a little more casual than I am. I'm probably picking up the Yoshi game, Metroid Prime 4, definitely whenever that comes out. And I'll probably also pick up Detroit Become Human, God of War, Anthem. I guess that's about it. You know, there's not really a whole lot. Oh yeah, Beyond Good and Evil 2. Depending upon whenever that comes out. That might be a 2019 game for all we know. But yeah, looking forward to playing a lot of these games, looking forward to more information about these games. I still have the feeling that there's one that I'm missing somewhere, although it might not even be that important if I can't remember it. But make sure you guys put your thoughts down below about your thoughts on E3. I'm still hoping that they give us more information about their online, because come on, Nintendo. Yeah, sure, it's not coming out till 2018, but you can at least give us, and you know, that's probably the reason why they didn't give us any information on it. But you can at least give us, like, is Netflix coming? Is Hulu? Something, you know? Tell us about that app that's supposed to be coming out this summer. Something. So maybe there's going to be more information that's going to trickle out later, like the Animal Crossing game that here's coming to mobile probably will be leaked. Although I'm surprised that there wasn't an Animal Crossing announcement, but again, that's probably a 2018 game. Who knows? Nintendo's weird like that because they'll just come out with directs and everything, but I think it's going to be it for me. I don't think there's really much else. I don't need to go into a long 20-minute analysis and break down every single game that came out, because honestly, I'll just be repeating myself. I mean, I'll be like, hey, Assassin's Creed is here and here and here and here. I'm going to play Assassin's Creed Origins. You know? Hey, Beyond Good and Evil 2. I'm basically just hitting the games that I would like to play, the games I'm excited about, the games that caught my interest, that really piqued my interest. I'm like, hey, that's interesting. I want to play that. So make sure you guys put your thoughts down below about what games you'd love to play. Love to hear what you think about it. What you thought about E3? Who do you think won? Because, you know, I don't like this whole, oh, they won E3. Because to me, it's always going to be Nintendo. I love Nintendo. Nintendo always surprises me. Nintendo always gives me the games that I want to play. So that's just me. But as far as what was shown off, I think Microsoft was the weakest because they didn't really bring anything to the table that was exclusive to their system. Nothing big and major that's like a Scalebound kind of game or anything that really would have sold units. But yeah, I guess Bethesda did good too. EA brought some good games. Activision definitely brought some interesting games. But yeah, otherwise, like I said, I'm basically just talking about games that just piqued my interest. So I'm not going to go over everything. So if I did miss something, feel free to put it down in the comments. Love to hear what you guys have to say. Whether you were excited about E3 and ended up being disappointed, or what game you really were hoping was being shown off at E3, or, you know, just whatever. But I appreciate you guys watching me as long as you have. I'm sorry for my little rant. But if you did watch me all the way through, make sure you give me a thumbs up. That means you did watch it all the way through and you enjoyed this content and want to see me make more videos like this, hopefully with a higher production value next time. I just usually record these on my break, so it's the reason why they look like this. And feel free to subscribe if you like, because again, I try to make weekly videos talking about everything retro, geeky, and gaming related, so appreciate it if you guys would join me for that. Otherwise, guys, have yourself a good one. I'll see you next time.